Is a sliding door not closing correctly on your Ford Transit? Chances are it only needs a minor adjustment that can be done with just a couple of common tools. Depending on what part needs adjusting, the tools you may need are a 12 and 15 millimeter wrench, a 13 millimeter socket and ratchet, and a 22 millimeter wrench. There are 3 different points to look at when adjusting the door. If it's having trouble closing in the back, take a look at the rear slide. Taking a peek just below the slide itself, you can see the door striker and latch. The striker should be in the center of the latch cut out. If it's not, you'll need to adjust it up or down. You can also look at the body lines to see if the door is too high or too low, but the striker position will be the most accurate. To adjust the back slide, you need a 15 millimeter wrench to loosen the lock nut. Then using the open end of a 12 millimeter wrench, adjust the hinge up or down. After adjusting the bolt, don't forget to retighten the 15 millimeter lock nut. If you still need more adjustment after going all the way up or down with a hinge, you can use a 13 millimeter socket to loosen these 2 bolts on the door itself, slide the bracket to where you need it, then retighten. For the front slides, there are a couple of telltale signs to see what needs to be adjusted. The first place to look is the front striker. The striker pin should be centered on the hole in the door. If it's too high or low, the top slide will need to be adjusted. Also, if the door is too low, which is common in this van, it may hit the low slide against the guide rail. This again is indicating the top slider needs adjustment. To adjust the top slider, first check the 22 millimeter pivot bolt nut and lock nut. There's not a lot of adjustment that can be made here, but just make sure that the nut and lock nut are tight against each other and not loose. The primary adjustments are made by loosening the 3 13 millimeter bolts, attaching it to the door, and adjusting the bracket up or down. I found that it's easiest for me to use my foot levered against the door frame to hold the door up while I position the bracket and retighten the bolts. Unfortunately, these adjustments are trial and error, so make a minor adjustment, snug the bolts back, check the alignment, then if necessary go back and make another adjustment until it's perfect. Once you have the vertical alignment correct, the horizontal alignment can be adjusted from the lower slide. Just loosen these 2 13 millimeter bolts, adjust in or out, then retighten the bolts and check alignment. Once you have it close, you can also reference the alignment pin below the electrical contacts to help get a more precise alignment. With those 3 adjustment points, you should be able to get the door properly aligned so that it closes correctly with minimal effort. This is a commercial vehicle, so with heavy use, it's likely that they may have to be readjusted on a regular basis. But after making the initial adjustment, it's easy to go back and make subsequent adjustments fairly quickly. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and click the notification bell to be alerted of any future videos.